morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. By the way, my name is Miss Juliusly Abucay, a BE Ed student from Clover Extension College. So today, I will be discussing my topic in Educ 11 about Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, or otherwise known as Article 11 of Republic Act number 7836. So we should never underestimate the power of teachers in influencing on the actions and the thoughts of the learners. And people really expect teachers not only to be academically competent, not to be morally equipped, but to be morally applied at the same time. So these teachers will worthy to be imitated and to be admired by the leaders. So if teachers are confronted with some challenges that have professional implications, then this code of ethics would guide them not only to do what is good but also what is right for the students and for the teachers. Before we proceed to Article 1 of the Code, I would like to read the preamble first, and it says, "Teachers are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their profession, and they strictly adhere to observe and practice this set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values." So if you take a look at the words used here in the preamble, we may say that the society or this code expect too much from the teachers, and that all these things are very idealistic. But whether you like it or not, when you become teacher, then you will be a subject to a lot of scrutiny and to places. And you'll be considered not an ordinary individual, but a person who impacts positively the lives of the students. So for you to be such, because you positively impact the lives of the students, then people would expect too much from you. So first, you must be a licensed professional. So a teacher who a graduate of a BS Ed or a BA Ed program but did not pass the licensure exam, then he or she will not be considered a teacher or a professional teacher for that matter, because you are considered to be a teacher if this is the first criterion. You have to be duly licensed. You have to be a license holder. You have to pass your LET exam. But more than that, more than the document, then you must possess dignity. You must be dignified. You must have unquestionable credibility and reputation. You must have a high moral values. Your actions, your thoughts, your words, or the way you talk or the way you act should be within the boundaries of morality. And at the same time, you must also, or you should be technically and professionally competent. You know everything about the teaching profession. You know the technicalities, you know the professional competence that you have. You know what you teach. You're a master of your own subject area. You know how to make difficult subjects easy for your students. You know everything about your subject. And also, you must have to adhere, to observe, and to practice ethical, moral principles, standards, and values. You have to possess the values that you teach your students. You have to be principled. You have to be morally upright. You know how to preserve your dignity to your profession, because you are a teacher. So if I were to summarize, I would say the preamble will tell us that teachers must be licensed, must be dignified, must be competent, must be morally upright, must be validated. So those are the things that the society would expect of teachers. Now, we proceed to Article 1, which should be about the scope and limitations. So Section 1 would tell us that the Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all competent teachers, committed of its full realization. The provision of this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in schools in the Philippines. So meaning all teacher education institution must offer quality education to would-be teachers, because when the school gives quality to the students, then the school produces quality students and quality teachers later on. And if the quality teachers would be teaching, they would be producing quality students, because teachers, whether you like it or not, a lot of times you are a reflection of your students' abilities and competence. That's why they say, tell me who your teachers and I'll tell you the kind of students you are. And at the same time, this code shall apply. Therefore, to all teachers in schools in the Philippines, meaning all teachers in the basic education, meaning elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels, are all private and public, are all covered by the code. You have to follow what the code says because you are a teacher. In Section 2, this code covers all public and private school teachers in all educational institutions at the preschool, elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels, whether academic, vocational, special, technical, or non-formal. So the term teacher shall include industrial arts or vocational teachers and all other persons performing supervisory or administrative functions in all school at the aforesaid levels, whether on a full-time or a part-time basis. And like what I said, you are a teacher, and this code is applicable to you if you are a teacher of either public or private, elementary, or in high school. So if you are an academic teacher, meaning you are a teacher in a regular school, teaching academic subjects. You are vocational teacher, meaning you are teaching technical vocational skills to your students. Or maybe you are a special education teacher. You are teaching your pupils or students with giftedness and with disabilities. Or you are teaching your students with special needs. Or you might be a technical teacher or a non-formal education teacher. Maybe you are a teacher of an alternative learning system and you are visiting out of school youth and would encourage them to enroll. Then you are covered by the code. So this code is also applicable to all industrial arts teachers and vocational teachers. And this code is also applicable to all persons performing supervisory or administrative functions. So meaning the school administrators, school principals, school master teachers, or head teachers, they are all covered by the code. So everyone who is performing supervisory and administrative functions. So that's all from my report. Thanks for listening and God bless. And the continuation of the Article 2 will be reported by Mr. Aldrin Alandria.